Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we're just going to do, I literally was sitting here thinking, what shall I do? I literally grab a deck. This is, oh, hold on, I've got to remember, a Human Spirit. I think it's a Human Spirit Oracle deck. I can't find the box, can't remember. I think it's the Human Spirit Oracle deck. So we're just going to take an Oracle card, do a little bit of tarot, see what comes up, shall we? I'm not even sure what tarot deck to use. We'll just go with the flow and go with what feels right. Okay. Okay, so the Oracle deck, Oracle card we're going to go with is the Master of Destiny. Okay, with this, like looking at the images, so many keys. It's almost like you've got so many keys that can unlock so many parts of yourself. Okay, so maybe a man in a suit with a beard means something to you. Let's see, shall we? Let's see what other messages we have to come through. I might take a Dream Ritual Oracle. So these are just little dream rituals. So I could have a look at the card, the booklet, if I feel like I need to. Some of them I don't really need to. Transition. Okay, so maybe you're in the, I don't think I'll need to. Maybe you are in the transition of finding out what your destiny is, who you are, the power you have within yourself. You're in a transitional phase, okay? But you are still the master of your destiny. Excuse me. So we'll leave that one there. There's many keys that can help you move through this transitional phase of your life. This reading itself can be one. Hold on, let me just figure out what tarot deck to use. I really wasn't prepared for this one. Hold on. I know which one we're going to use. We are going to use the Urban Tarot. This deck is not as you know, light and fluffy as some of the decks. It's the some of the imagery can be a bit dark, so I do pre-warn you. There's nothing too bad, but if there is, maybe I'll look quickly at the card before I lay it down and pre-warn you if there's some dark imagery coming up. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, so this is the Eight of Cups. What would be Eight of Cups is indolence. Okay, so maybe someone who's maybe spent a little bit too much time working with in the background there. Also, you have the, I don't know if you can see it, but you have the Eight of, oh, hold on, I don't know if you can see it. You've got the Eight of, maybe if I, no, you just get shine. The Eight of Cups in the background there, just under on the screen. So there is that sort of sense in the original tarot deck of, you know, walking away from what no longer serves you. And maybe what no longer serves you is, you know, late nights, a few too many shots of whiskey, because there's a bottle of what appears to be Jack Daniels in the back. So maybe, you know, in order to move forward and transition out of this old energy, you need to walk away from things that are no longer serving you. And maybe, you know, overindulgence of, I'll go get that card, overindulgence of certain vices might be somewhere to start. Hold on. And this was the card that went flying, is the Three of Wands with Virtue. I mean, it's all very easy for me to sit here and be virtuous, saying don't drink, don't smoke, but I would be a hypocrite, I can assure you, because although I don't smoke now, I used to for a long time, and you can probably hear my voice struggling at times, and guess what that's from? Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to be virtuous, but it's about climbing. If you see this card, it's about climbing out of the smoke and the fire, and I mean it's the fire engine imagery, so it's about climbing out of that and being a master of your own destiny. And you've got the Prince of Wands. So the Prince of Wands, which is the journalist in this deck, it's the Toth deck, just for anyone out there who, I think that's how you pronounce it, I don't know. he's all about, he's giving you information. That's what I like about it. Normally in journalism, they're giving you the truth, obviously depending on certain aspects, but they're giving you the truth. They're informing you. You might be getting a message, maybe, but they have sources. They check their sources. They have editors and things like that to check their work. But this could be about some information coming in, something maybe something to do with your future, something you've been working towards, something that can help you come out of this energy, or something, maybe a person that can help you through this transition. I didn't even look at that card first, how rude of me. And you got the Four of Swords with truth. So maybe you've been having some problems with people that you used to, maybe they kept you in. I'm not saying that you can blame all your problems on other people. I think, you can't want to come out of anything until you hit rock bottom. But we all had people in our lives that have maybe not been the best for us and helped us in a way that we would ideally like. You obviously have to take full responsibility for your own life, but maybe there's someone that you can, or something where you just kind of go, do you know what, I'm good, thanks. I'm gonna, take my time, work through any issues I've got with the Four of Swords. It's all about, in the original deck, it's about taking that time for yourself, that rest and recuperation. So maybe it's time to work through some issues you have with vices, and call it a truce. Call truce with people if something that, one of the vices or some of the problems you're having with people, or within your own life, is other people and arguing with them, or just going around in circles. It's call a truce and just do you know what, I'm done. I love that for you, if that's what you're going to do, because I think it's all about you. You're the main character of your own life. Okay, so you've got the Princess of Swords. Okay, so in this card, she's the activist. Again, you might be getting a message. You've got like the megaphone and the microphone. So whether this is a message or a message from, you get it intuitively from the universe, or literally in the 3D realm, you'll get a text message or an email or a phone call or something. Or someone maybe kind of, I don't want to say shouting at you, but snaps you out of it a little bit. Because, as you can see, it's about standing up for what you're believing, standing up for yourself, and allowing the old book to burn. Maybe you need to let go of some old energy, okay, and how people see you and be like, that's not me anymore. We'll take a couple. Ooh, these three literally just come flying out and messed up my my cards over here. So let's have a look. We'll take those as the last three that want to come out, and let's see, shall we? So just in case there's any dodgy imagery. Right, okay, we've got the Hanged Man. So maybe someone's kind of feeling a bit in limbo, or they've been hanging around waiting for the right kind of time, the right energy. But just be careful with the sort of hanging around, because that's where you lose things. If I turn this up the other way, you can see, he's losing money and his phone's falling out of his pocket. So just be careful not to hang around in too much, because you can lose. I'm sorry if you heard that. That was my knee cracking. But you could be waiting for some sort of guidance, some sort of illumination. Maybe the fire, with the fire engine here, kind of helps you see the light, for the want of the better word. Or maybe it's this information that's coming in, if that resonates with you. I love this card. The Four of Cups, luxury. Now, I know some people look at that card and go, how can you equate sitting around drinking milk and eating biscuits or cookies in your pants luxury? But you know what, the more I think about it, the more I kind of think, yeah, it kind of is. But the Four of Cups in the original tarot is about overanalyzing to the point where you can maybe miss out on a situation, or it's this one, it could be crying over spilt milk. But the card itself says luxury, so I would just, it maybe take this time of you know, like say the Four of Swords, looking after yourself. You've got 4-4. It's just looking after yourself. Maybe you're swapping the Jack Daniels for old, you know, Maisie Moo's cow juice, moo juice. You know, maybe you need to look at, you know, changing up your intake, I'll say, because it can be fluid intake, it can be diet intake, it can be media intake. Take this how it resonates. But it just kind of helps you transition through your old self and into whatever this newness is that you're bringing in with all these keys. Maybe you have many things you need to sort out. You know, maybe you're going through a little bit of a dark night of the soul, and you're kind of going, oh, maybe I should, you know, not only look at my diet, maybe I should also look at, you know, the media I take in, the entertainment I take in. Am I watching too much Netflix? Am I not watching enough Netflix? You know, are you watching, you know, too many horror films and not enough documentaries? Because it's definitely your brain is a product of what you take in and what you're allowing yourself to absorb. So I watched a horror film the other night. Horror films don't faze me in the slightest, because I'm like, dude, I've looked at the devil in the eye and I'm not afraid of him anymore. So those sort of horror films don't affect me, but I certainly don't watch them very often. But I did watch, probably for the first time in about 10 years, I watched one. It was the one with Russell Crowe in it. Is it The Pope's Exorcist? It was perfectly good. Nothing wrong with it. Perfectly fine film. But like I say, when you've danced with the devil or looked him straight in the eye in your dark night of the soul and walked through and left him behind, you can't, you know, those things don't really faze you. But yeah, just be aware of what it is you're taking in, because you are a product of your environment. And we got the Seven of Wands with Valor. So there's your victory. Okay, so I feel whoever's walking through this fire, whoever's walking through this information minefield, you know, you get so much input coming in from so many different angles. It's like, don't worry, you're going to be victorious. You're going to be holding up your sign, you know, your flag, whatever that means to you, knowing full well that you've made it through. Look, there's that sort of fiery energy behind the arms. There's that fiery energy there, that light. You know, you walk up through the light, and you can't really see it. Sorry, let me do it that way. So you're taking that journey up through the fire and smoke to your victory at the top. Oh, that's actually quite nice imagery. Okay, I'm going to leave that as it is, and I will... Should we take a healing mantra? Let's take a healing mantra card, just in case there's any messages here for anyone. Yeah, someone is transitioning through their dark night of the soul, whatever that means for you. They're rising above the smoke, the fire, the bad habits, the wasteful spending, I don't know, however this resonates with you, but maybe you very well could be getting some information that might help you through this, might set you on this course. I've got two there that want to come out. Yeah, this course of destiny that you're very much heading towards, if you're not already on it. So just allow yourself to work through this energy, however that is. There's no right or wrong way. You just have to go with the flow. Okay, so greeting wellness. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Yeah, don't overindulge in the things that are bad for you. And ground your energy. It is safe to be in your body. Yeah, it's like I said, go with the flow. You've got to feel it to heal it. I'm going to leave it there and wish you all the luck in the world, whoever this master of your destiny is. Work through it, and you'll come through the fire and the flames. Good luck.